For any exam-related queries, call us at +1 678 648 4277. You can mail us at support@economicsexam.com or reach us at https://www.economicsexamhelp.com. economicsexamhelp.com. Instructions: begin by selecting a popular periodical, newspaper or magazine, actual or virtual, related to the topics as outlined below. Conspicuous consumption in the market for smartphones. Bitcoin and its derivatives, how does the market operate? COVID economic policies, effect on political economy. Perfect competition for information, why newspapers are dying off demand versus supply for clean energy, why the world still runs on fossil fuels. One topic of your choosing, be sure to indicate what it is. For each article, provide the following information. Provide a brief summary of each of the article in question. After the summary, indicate the source of the article, where it was published. In what way does the article impact upon the topic and how it is related to the course material? Are there specific examples of how this is related? What economic principles does the article cover relative to in class discussions, and why is this important? Be specific. economicsexamhelp.com. How does this further your understanding of the course material? Note that you should try to choose an article that you can read and that does not have too much technical jargon in it. From your perspective, do you believe the results to be valid and/or justified relative to the material presented? Once completed, include the following general information as it pertains to the collection of articles. Discuss how each of the topics is interrelated and what their influence and effects are on stimulating or contracting GDP. Comment as to how the topics relate to human well-being in general. Would you think it necessary for the government to increase regulation? Does the government have a role in affecting the economic outcome? Solution. 1. Conspicuous consumption in the market for smartphones. Thorstein Veblen and Apple. economicsexamhelp.com. In 2017, Apple gave us a Thorstein Veblen moment by introducing the iPhone X to the market. Thorstein is known for his book The Theory of Leisure Class 1899, where he described conspicuous consumption. He argues that affluent consumers show wealth and power via excessive leisure shopping. They broadcast their superiority over servants and employees by buying expensive, useless items. The iPhone X retailed at $1,000 plus when it was first introduced, and the consumers are also sending us a message just like the affluent that Veblen targets. While the message might be quite different from Veblen's, the intent is the same. The consumers of the iPhone X are trying to signal their taste for elite technology. People have always claimed that Apple has been purposely creating super premium phone models to generate aspirational excitement. The company says its new technology justifies the base price. While a $300 iPhone 8 will do just fine, it will not make your friends jealous. People in affluent states are more likely to own an iPhone than any other brand. In what way does the article impact the topic and how it is related to the course material? In class, we defined conspicuous consumption as the purchase of goods and services to display one's wealth. The article uses Veblen's conspicuous consumption theory to explain why people with social power and wealth will not mind spending over $1,000 on iPhone X even though there are cheaper smartphones in the market that works fine. They believe the new and expensive iPhone X will convey their power and wealth. economicsexamhelp.com. Are there specific examples of how this is related? The iPhone 8 retails at $300 and almost works the same as the glitzy $1,000 iPhone X. However, affluent consumers still opt for the iPhone X to show their wealth. What economic principles does the article cover relative to in-class discussions, and why is this important? Be specific. The article covers oligopoly power. Apple uses product differentiation and its pricing power to target affluent consumers. The company uses emotion-stirring launches and exorbitant prices to target conspicuous consumers. How does this further your understanding of the course material? Note that you should try to choose an article that you can read and that does not have too much technical jargon in it. The article has introduced Veblen's conspicuous consumption theory and used real-world examples in the iPhone sector to explain it. From your perspective, do you believe the results to be valid and/or justified relative to the material presented? Yes, I believe the material is justified. Apple recently introduced the iPhone 12, which is more expensive than its predecessors. Yet affluent consumers still opted for it. EconomicsExamHelp.com. 2. Bitcoin and its derivatives. How does the market operate? How to trade in the Bitcoin derivatives market. Summary derivatives are financial products. They can be contracts or securities. Derivatives depend on other assets to have their value. Meaning, they are worthless without any cash flow or other assets. The 4 types of derivatives are options, forward, swap, futures. Bitcoin is an example of futures. It is a new tool that traders can use to reduce risk by just signing contracts. All they have to do is identify a cryptocurrency with a low price, purchase it and sell it when the price goes up. The other strategy that they can use is shorting, which is useful when the market is trending down. Shorting involves borrowing assets from third parties and selling them when their price is likely to fall. Spot market versus derivative market. In a spot BTC market, traders can buy and sell Bitcoin at any time. However, there are specific limitations, such as you can only make money when the price of the Bitcoin goes up. A derivative market, on the other hand, allows you to trade on contracts that follow the price of the Bitcoin. You do not have to own a Bitcoin. EconomicsExamHelp.com. Trading in the Bitcoin derivatives market. It involves signing a contract with a counterparty. Suppose you believe that the price of the Bitcoin will go up while other people believe the price will go down. You can sign an agreement with the other speculator. The agreement will state that if the price moves in any direction after a certain period, one party will have to pay the difference in price to the other. In what way does the article impact the topic and how it is related to the course material? The article discusses the concepts of trading in the Bitcoin derivatives market. It compares the derivative market to the spot market and also explains how Bitcoin traders make money in the derivative market. The trading of Bitcoin in the derivative market is a potential study of monetary theory in Microeconomics, Helper, 2020. Are there specific examples of how this is related? Bitcoin has a robust nature and a decentralized cash system. What economic principles does the article cover relative to in-class discussions, and why is this important? Be specific. Monetary theory. Traders can engage in monetary transactions without engaging third parties. This transaction system is known as peer-to-peer. How does this further your understanding of the course material? Note that you should try to choose an article that you can read and that does not have too much technical jargon in it. Microeconomics aims to explain how economic decisions are made. Before investing in EconomicsExamHelp.com. Bitcoin, the traders first check the whole blockchain ecosystem to find where the trend is going. The decision they make will depend on the trend. From your perspective, do you believe the results to be valid and/or justified relative to the material presented? Yes, the results are valid. While the viability of Bitcoin has been continuously questioned, it has successfully weathered the storm despite not being backed by any real asset or governmental claim. 3. COVID economic policies, effect on political economy. Summary of article. The COVID-19 pandemic has produced different outcomes across the globe. This has led to questions regarding the factors that determine the national performance and failures of global performance. While the problems associated with standards of the report have made precise comparisons extremely difficult, most people agree that the mortality rate reported in Asia